Welcome back to our YouTube channel, guys. My name's Ardil and I'm really proud to introduce another behind the sound video. Basically, this whole episode is all about going through a little bit more detail, a little bit more about what goes on a custom sound system or any sound system that we're doing. Today's video is all about this Lamborghini Aventador behind me, an absolutely lovely color, lovely spec. The carbon bits on it just set the car off so nicely. I'm going to be going through a little bit about the product overview and the initial steps to how we get here. So first of all, to start with, basically customer came into us, booked an audio consultation, came over, saw us, checked out the Lamborghini page on our website, decided, watched a couple of other videos and decided we were the guys to work on the vehicle, and that's why it's here. So we booked an audio consultation. I tailored the whole system for him. It's a similar system to what we've done on another Aventador. However, it's got some slight tweaks which we'll run through in today's video. So the product overview to start with is basically this array of products mainly. So we are also adding Apple CarPlay into the vehicle as well. But starting off with the higher end of the clarity side of the system, all comes down to this product here. So this is called the Audison Thesis Tweeter. Basically, it's a custom A-pillar solution. Reason why we have to do this is because the stock location on the Aventador, the tweeter sits so far into the dash, it goes up straight into the windscreen, it just reflects everywhere and you don't get a brilliant sound coming from the vehicle. But now we've got these going in, we're going to actually build out the custom A-pillars using fiberglass, different materials to allow us to basically form that, put these on axis, a phenomenal set. So we've done plenty of these as well on custom A-pillars. What this does involve though is removing the dashboard. Later on in another video, I'll be going through all of that and going through how the dashboard gets removed, plus also what it actually looks like behind the scenes on a Lamborghini Aventador dash removal. So that's basically the higher frequencies being played there. Then inside the doors in the stock location, we've got the Audison Thesis Sax. Basically, that's a 6.5-inch driver that performs so well. The reason why we use this combination, the Audison Thesis tweeters match perfectly into the vehicle when they're built into a custom A-pillar, and the Audison Thesis Sax, the reason why we use it, because they're actually quite a lightweight speaker. Obviously, on this vehicle, the doors go up, so we've got to be careful about weight, which we'll move on to when we're talking about the soundproofing. But that comes into effect when we're talking about weight adding onto the vehicle. But the Audison Thesis Sax, first of all, is an absolutely incredible speaker. This set is actually what I've got in my own car, and I wouldn't settle for anything other than these. They are phenomenal. Basically, these are being powered off an amplifier. This is the amplifier we're using here. So this is called the Audison Voce 5.1K. Reason it is, it's got 5 channels of amplification. Basically, the first 2 channels are A and B. They're going to run the Thesis tweeters, and then 3 and 4 are going to run the Thesis Sax. The 5th channel is actually adding in a sub into the vehicle, which is rather special. What we've got here is basically the Audison Prima 8-inch sub. In other vehicles that we've done on other Aventadors, we have used the 10-inch option. However, this customer wanted a slightly more discreet look. When we step inside the car, I'll show you a little bit more about why we've gone for that 8-inch sub. Then we've got this little gadget. This is called a processor. Basically, what the processor does is it allows us to automatically tune. As soon as we plug in our computer into it, I can literally sit down and tune the system to exactly how we want it to sound. Then we've got the soundproofing, which is an essential part of the install. We're using a combination of 3mm layer and a 2mm layer throughout the whole install. The 2mm stuff, which is this box here, is actually going to be going into the doors. The reason why we're using a 2mm layer is mostly because of weight saving, but also coming into effect that obviously the doors need to swing up. They are hinged, so we obviously need to balance the amount of weight that we're adding to the doors so they still go up smoothly and they still go down smoothly. That's why we're using 2mm in the doors and 3mm elsewhere in the vehicle. So that's a bit of a product overview about what's actually going in. We're also adding in Apple CarPlay to the vehicle too, so that's going to be fully integrated into the actual screen itself. So this is a 2017 Lambo, so yes, we can do all that sort of stuff as well as the sound system. So we're going for a little bit of a mix of a cosmetic change in terms of custom A-pillars, but also adding in the Thesis Sax into the doors, giving a really, really nice overall massive improvement to the actual sound output volume wise, but also adding functionality through the Apple CarPlay. The main thing this customer was after was a bit of the attention to detail. Obviously, vehicle comes into us, gets dropped off, we do a full video around the vehicle, and that's on any vehicle. We check that over, make sure it's all spick and span, we've noted down any marks and bits and pieces, as well as the fact that now it's in, it gets masked up, ready and prepped, ready to go for the actual install. We're protecting areas that we might go or been, but now what we're going to be doing is actually stepping inside the vehicle. So inside here, basically the customer was after something slightly different from the sub. Seen a couple of other videos and basically wanted to go to one step further, but also he wanted to have it as a slightly more discreet option. So before, we've done a 10-inch sub in this center area here. Obviously this is a convertible, so obviously when the roof comes out, that basically leaves this void here. So what we were doing in other installs, we've done an actual 10-inch sub down in that location. However, what we're doing on this one is an 8-inch sub. Reason is because the profile wants to go a little bit lower. We're also going to try integrate in this sort of fabric here into the build as well, which should be quite nice. So that's going to be part of the install process, and we'll be working with the customer, going through via FaceTime, a video chat, going through exactly how we want the system to look overall at the end. Obviously he's left quite a lot to us. However, we are doing a little bit of customization. There's going to be a little bit of a surprise at the end for the customer. We're also doing engine bay lighting as well, which can be controlled off a little switch, so you can literally have that on whenever you want. A really nice solution for the engine bay lighting, as well as obviously we're going to have integrated CarPlay into the screen, which is quite nice. But the main thing is a massive improvement in actual sound quality that we're going to get. We'll drop all the product links below so you've got a full overview of the exact spec of the system that we're doing. However, these systems do take time. They do take a lot of effort. They take a lot of skill to actually get inch perfect and sounding right. A lot of people think, yes, you work on supercars, you must be doing a fantastic job. These cars are incredibly difficult to work on. The way you've got to be thinking about everything on the vehicle, it just comes into play. It's a massive install that we're doing here, and a lot of the trim panels, obviously, yes, it is a Lamborghini, yes, the parts are worth more than some other cars, they are more costly, so we have got to be kind of in some ways extra careful with certain bits. However, every install that we do, whether it's a Ford Focus or a Lamborghini Aventador, they all get treated with the same level of respect. Every customer is the same. I literally just handed over a Defender 90, and one of the things that the handover procedure that he actually said after we were handed over the car, he actually said, thank you so much for actually treating me like one of your supercar owners. And that made me really proud actually, because it was one of those things that every customer does get treated the same. It doesn't matter what car they have. But the overview, we're going to be starting doing some more behind the sound videos, showcasing a couple of other installs that we're doing. We will be doing a couple more on this particular car, showing you the actual design, how we're going to be doing it, how we're going to be building the sub box. We'll probably do quite a few different videos on this particular car. So make sure you've hit the subscribe button below to stay tuned to many more of those videos yet to come. In the front compartment here, basically we've got the roof that goes into this area. You might be thinking, where are we going to put an amplifier like the Audison Voce 5.1K and the processor? Where are these products actually going to go? They're going to go into a specifically designed compartment in the front area, fully allowing the actual roof to go into that area as well. So we've retained full roof retention into the factory brackets, but we've got an incredible amount of sound output coming in from the 5.1K, so much more volume, plus you've got so much more clarity, depth coming from now a designated sub in the vehicle, but also you've got phenomenal speaker range in the vehicle as well, using the Audison Thesis tweeters and the Audison Thesis Sax. So hopefully you've enjoyed the product overview on today's Lamborghini Aventador behind the sound video. But if you're new to our channel, haven't seen us before, hit that subscribe button below. But otherwise, stay tuned for more videos like this. We're going to be going inside the car on other series, on other videos that we're going to be doing on this Aventador, showing you with the dash removal, what's actually gets stripped out and actually involved on this vehicle. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you soon.